I've been working on a media wall in the shop for the past couple weeks, and in this video I take it apart, transport it to the customer's house, and install it. This is going to be highlights of the installation, but you can see it's a full unit that's essentially a built-in, has multiple hidden storage compartments, as well as a place for electric fireplace, a mantle, and also an insert for the TV. So the first thing I did was get to the house and I removed the baseboard where I'm going to slide the unit into. I had already rerouted electric and added electric boxes the week before for all the electrical components. I did not film that because while I'm competent at doing it, I'm not an electrician. It's not a how-to guide I want to post on the internet. The hardest part of this build was going to be getting the second piece on top because it's quite heavy. So I always try and use leverage and pivot points for situations like this. It makes lifting heavy pieces much easier. So you can see I clamped a straight edge to the front of the unit. I could lift this on top and then pivot it up into place. It made something that was quite heavy to lift itself actually not heavy at all because of that pivot point, and I could slide the top piece onto the bottom piece. This was one of those rare units that when I put it in place, it was level front to back and side to side. My unit is also plumb, but you could see it sets off the wall quite a bit, which is, you'll see later in the video how I decided to tackle where it meets the wall. Pretty convenient because of having such a large gap. Once the two pieces were together, I could go and add all of the supports I had taken out for transport and also sink this into studs, which really shores up the whole piece. This spans the course of 4 studs, so which each level I have in the back, I can put 4 screws into the wall. Where it starts to come off of the wall, I did have to use shims in order to get everything true and square, but once this is attached to the wall, the whole thing's really solid, which is nice because free floating in my shop, because it's such a narrow piece, it isn't. Also, I get a lot of comments about TV height on this piece, but you can see where they had their TV and where it's going to be is the same height. They know what to expect for the TV at that height, and I was fine with accommodating that height as well. I could go through and put my French cleat clamp I made for the floating mantle on the front, put the floating mantle in place, and then just to reinforce this, because they do have kids, from the inside I can sink some screws through that floating cleat into the mantle, and then it really shores it up. It doesn't move at all. You can see if I sneak around to the inside where those screws are, so they go through the back into the front, that piece you do not have to worry about it coming apart. The hidden compartments on the sides were a little bit difficult to maneuver in the space because I was used to maneuvering them with taller ceilings, but you could see I could get them in place, and then they just slide right into the tracks I installed on the top of the unit, and I can make sure those pull in and out and get everything realigned. Everything usually needs a little bit of realignment with the transportation of them, but this unit went together pretty easily because it doesn't fit on 2 walls like normal build-ins I do. It's free floating in space. I also didn't have to worry about scribing a lot of stuff, which is a huge time saver. To finish out the inside of the piece, I reattached the planks I had in place just to hide that interior framing. The TV will cover all of this, but it just finishes it up pretty nicely. You can see the electrical outlet I added for the TV, so you don't have to run a bunch of wires through the unit. And then I could just tack those in place with some brads. And then also on that outside edge, I also had the framing, which covers up the plywood edge. It's the same framing on the sides. All of this stuff was pre-cut and fit in the shop, and I can install it. If you want to see start to finish how I built this unit, this is part of a playlist I have on the channel. You can watch that whole series. And then I did install a grommet because the one thing that has to come up from the wall into the unit is the cable wire, so a 2-inch grommet takes care of that. For the crown, this is not a how to do crown video. I believe I do have one of those on the channel. I can do crown, it's not my strong suit. This was pretty simple. I didn't have to cope anything. I don't film doing the baseboard, but the crown's the same process. I left the trim on the edges long because I didn't know where the crown of the baseboard was going to fall, so I could put the crown on the ceiling. mark where I need for the clearance on that side, and then I can install the crown. I did it this way because instead of the whole side pulling out and worrying about miters realigning on the ceiling and the floor, which would never stay true over time, you now have that short of the crown, so the crown stays permanently in place. To finish off the inside of the box with the TV, once again, not a necessity, but it does make it look nicer, I used this 1/4-inch lattice trim. For the side, same process, especially with that big gap. I use this 1/4 trim, and then I have a 1/16 of an inch shim that I shim off the wall, because especially this side, the wall is not flat. So if you go to do these pullouts and it's flat against the wall, it's going to hit little bumps in the drywall. So that 1/16 inch shim puts that lattice away from the wall, but covers that big gap as much as possible, and then this still opens and closes. They're a little hard to see, but for the raised hearth on this, I'm just using some figure 8s, which are usually used in attaching tabletops, so that will set in place and the wood will still be able to move with seasonal changes in humidity without any cracking. And then the hidden drawer boxes with the push to open hardware popped right into place as well. For the electric fireplace unit, these things are actually really easy to install. It's basically just a couple screws. You pop them into place. As long as you have your cutout sized, which I did, the customer gave me the sizes of this unit, you can see it pops into place. They always have the electrical sticking out the side of these, which is it's a terrible design because they have to fit in this frame. So I could kind of put the electrical side in first and then pop the other edge in, and they just attach to the front with 4 screws, which go right into my central support, so that works perfectly. And then the glass front just has almost like French cleat hooks on it, so it pops right into place. You could easily take it on and off, and that's the fireplace. So this is the full unit installed. The TV mount they bought, which I installed, doesn't stick out far enough, so they had to get another one for that. So I don't have filming of putting the TV up, but that is what all the hidden storage looks like, the unit in place. And like I said, if you're interested in seeing exactly how to build every part of this piece, I have a full series on the channel.